Analyzing the U.S. Army's role in peacekeeping operations in Africa. Peacekeeping operations have become increasingly important around the world as a means of maintaining peace and stability in regions facing conflict. The United States is one of the countries that send troops and resources to these operations. In Africa, the U.S. Army has played a major role in peacekeeping operations in recent years. But what has been the impact of the U.S. Army's involvement? This article aims to analyze the U.S. Army's role in peacekeeping operations in Africa. Firstly, the U.S. Army's involvement in peacekeeping operations has had a significant impact on African countries. The U.S. Army has provided logistical support and training to different African countries' armed forces. This assistance has enabled the countries to maintain peace among their people who have been faced with conflicts and civil wars. Consequently, the involvement of the U.S. Army in peacekeeping operations in Africa has led to a significant reduction in the number of fatalities and destruction from conflict. Secondly, the U.S. Army has helped African countries to improve their military capabilities. The U.S. Army offers specialized training to African countries to improve the skills of their soldiers and provide technical assistance to the military. This helps African countries to improve their capability to maintain security and stability within their borders. Additionally, the U.S. Army provides military equipment such as weapons and ammunition. This improves the capacity of African armies in carrying out their duties in a more efficient manner. The U.S. Army's contribution in Africa is not limited to military assistance alone. The U.S. Army has also played a vital role in providing humanitarian aid to the affected areas. This has helped to mitigate the harmful effects of poverty resulting from conflict and civil wars. For instance, when Ebola ravaged parts of West Africa, the U.S. Army was among the first to provide medical support to the affected areas. This humanitarian assistance plays an essential role in improving the well-being of the people who are affected by the unfortunate occurrences. However, the involvement of the U.S. in peacekeeping operations in Africa has faced several challenges. The U.S. Army's peacekeeping missions have faced challenges of politics and military intervention. For instance, the U.S. Army was actively involved in the political situation of Liberia, a country that was experiencing a long civil war. The U.S. Army sent troops to intervene militarily, an action that received mixed reactions from the African continent. Moreover, the U.S. Army's involvement in peacekeeping operations has sometimes led to the issue of transparency. Critics have raised concerns about the mannerism and legality in which the missions take place. The U.S. Army carries out peacekeeping missions without the consent of the host country. This could compromise the authenticity of the peacekeeping mission, and the host country could view it as an act of invasion. In conclusion, the U.S. Army's role in peacekeeping operations in Africa is decisive. The U.S. Army has made a significant contribution to the maintenance of peace, stability, and development of African countries. U.S. Army's interventions have helped the affected countries to recover and build resilience against possible future conflicts. However, the U.S. Army needs to overcome the challenges it faces and improve its performance in peacekeeping operations. The U.S. Army should prioritize diplomacy over military power and work closely with African governments to come up with sustainable solutions for maintaining peace and stability in the continent.